Hey YouTubers, thought I'd do a quick tour of the tanks. So I'm going to start off here with the guppy slash shrimp tank. As you can see, I got a couple more guppies. The shrimp, and as you can see them there feeding, that's just a portion of them. The little suckers are everywhere. I put up another video about getting rid of some plants. There's some of the Java moss actually growing, in case anybody's interested in seeing what it looks like when it's growing. Here is some of the water wisteria if you float it, and what it looks like on the surface. And you will see some of the other stuff further on in this video. But there's the newcomers, all happy and healthy, knock on wood. But yeah, that's that high grow's looking pretty good. Yeah, that's the 10-gallon guppy slash shrimp tank. Oh, and by the way, I'll probably have some red cherry shrimp available for sale probably around January. But anyways, on to the other tanks. Here's the native tank. Doing well. This little sword, actually it was one of the baby swordlets off of those two big swords that are in my 55-gallon. And it's holding its own now since I got the new 65K bulb in here. It's been doing a lot better. Water wisteria in the back. Go check my video out about a lot of free water wisteria. All you gotta do is pick it up or pay for the shipping and I'll send it right to you. There's some pennywort, which I also have extra available of. There's the two native fish I got out of the stream locally. A little bit of chain sword in there that's struggling along. Nothing really dies in here, but it survives. And of course, more of the red root floaters. I also have some of this available. Please instant message me or email me or get in touch with me, leave a comment, whichever. Got this stuff, and I mean, I'm gotten to the point now where I'm gonna have to start just throwing it away or flushing it down the toilet or whatever, and I hate to throw good plants away. I know there's got to be a lot of you out there that would just love to have some of this stuff in your tank, and most of this stuff is free. All you gotta do is pay for the shipping. So, at any rate, that's the 10-gallon native tank. It's doing well. The fish in there are, I think that's about full size for them. And the other one's hiding again, but there's the one who likes to be on the camera. So we'll take a look at the 55 next. Okay, so put the camera in the stand so it'll be nice and steady and stuff. And thought we'd talk a little about the 55. 55 is doing well. Done some massive trimming on it. If you'll notice, I'm going to try something here. See if you can see the laser pointer on this. I don't guess you can see it on the tank. Okay, well, in the middle part, over in here, the pennywort is gone. I dearly did love the pennywort and I thought it looked great, but I have two Cory cats that are notorious for uprooting things, and I never could get that stuff to stay down. It was like a daily thing having to replant it all the time. So being that I already have red root floaters for floaters on the top, which are almost a daily thing to take care of also, as far as scooping some out, Didn't feel like I needed to float any pennywort. So if you'll watch another video that I just put up recently, you will all see that I do have some pennywort available. So get in touch with me on that if you're interested in some pennywort. Otherwise, I trimmed down the sawtooth hygro, took the bottoms out and just replanted the tops. The kabamba over here I hacked it way back and it's growing like crazy again, so I'm going to have to rehack it. The golden Nisea, which I think you can see the tops of right over in here, is just starting to get a good solid grip on the thing and straighten itself out and starting to grow a little bit. I've seen some new growth on the very tops and everything, so it should start taking off here pretty soon. So well, I don't need to say anything about that guy. Tiger lotus is just, well, you know, doesn't take a rocket scientist to grow tiger lotus. They're pretty prolific little plants, so it's just looking gorgeous. And so is the crypt parva over there. Really hacked down the two Amazon swords. I took probably 20 or so big leaves out of them, and I'm sure once they come back and fill in, I've got a bunch of new growth coming up from the base you can't see yet, but they'll fill back in quick enough, and I'll be taking a lot of what you see now out probably in about a month. They definitely are loving the substrate and the whole new setup because they just grow like you wouldn't believe. The other thing, as you notice, the gracilis, Ammonia gracilis, I believe, is looking great. It's just looking fantastic. It all of a sudden just picked itself up and took off, and now it's growing like a weed too. So I'm getting ready to trim it down a little bit and replant some of it. But the spot that I cleared out right next to it, right in here, I've got plans for. I got another couple of plants that I got to get on order here soon. Funds are a little low right now. I had to spend a bunch on Thanksgiving and had some other bills come up that I wasn't expecting at the end of the month. So it might be a couple weeks or so, but I definitely have plans for that spot, so I'm keeping that spot open right now. And I think y'all like what I'm going to put in there. I've been wanting to get this for quite a while, and so keep watching in the future and you'll see what I end up putting in there. I think everybody appreciate it. It seems to me that I've seen it in other videos and everybody loves it. So at any rate, that about covers the 55. All the fish are doing well. I did pick up a couple of cardinals, and I'm working on getting some more rummy nose. Unfortunately, I got 5 cardinals, and 3 of them did not make it. So I went back and got a credit at the store, and of course they didn't have any more. So I gotta wait until they get a decent-looking shipment in, and when they got some decent-sized ones that look healthy enough and stuff, I'll pick up and replace the 3 that didn't make it. The rummy nose, I went back the very next week. I got the 2 original ones and 1 didn't make it, and I went back the next week to pick up more, and it was the day after they got their shipment in, and evidently somebody really likes rummy nose around here, because the guy told me, he said there's usually 2 or 3 people that are standing at the door waiting on them when they come in. So I don't know what the deal is with rummy nose. Maybe they're feeder fish for some bigger fish or something, and they're bigger Oscars or Severums or whatever like to eat them, and so they get them for feeder fish, or whether somebody's just like got like a huge tank that they're trying to do like this massive school of rummy nose in. I don't know, but they go fast, so I'm gonna have to get in there and, well, I'm not gonna camp out at the door, I don't do that, but they're supposed to be getting their next order in on Tuesday, and I'll see if I can get up there Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon whenever they get their shipment in, and see if I can get a hold of some. I'd like to get about 10 of them in there. Nice little school going. And, you know, like I say, a couple more cardinals to mix in with the neons. Add a little extra dimension to it. Babies are doing well. They're still up there in the little breeding thing. They're getting pretty decent size. Let me take you off the stand here. We'll see if we can get a little closer. Got a little bit of algae growing on that thing, so kind of hard to see him. Let me see. Oh, there's one right there. There's one right there. He came out. So you get an idea how big they are. Here's my finger, so that gives you an idea how big he is. But yeah, they're doing well. They're coming right along. A little close up of the sawtooth, Kabamba. Got one a little laid off there. I just planted him recently. It was the crypts are, well, I don't need to say. You can just look at the crypts. Chainsword's doing well. The hair grass, it's still hanging in there. It's not really growing like crazy. It's not anything. The Blixa japonica that I just put in right here. I really need to get in there. If anybody, I got a question for y'all. When trimming, like the dwarf hair grass or the Blixa, how do you do it so that all the little fronds and everything don't get everywhere and float all over your tank? Please somebody leave me a comment on that. The last time I tried to trim it, man, I had little pieces of hair grass, and I mean, it got into everything. It was all mixed in with all the other plants and everything like that. It took me a week to get all that crap out of there. So if there's a trick to that, please let me in on it, because I was thinking about maybe just putting the Python, the uptake tube on the Python, when I'm doing a water change, get down there and just use it as like a vacuum and just put it right above and trim it and let it suck it right up. If that sounds like a good idea, or if somebody's tried that, let me know. But anyways, this video is getting long, so there's the 55. Hope everybody had a great weekend, and stay tuned, more to come.